We're doing Mennonites having fun today. Bass Pro Shop, upstate NY. OC. This has to be Auburn. My grandma lived next door to Mennonites, and when I visited the kids would come and play on my Nintendo. They had electricity. It's just a religious thing that's different from Amish from what I was told. I dated a girl who grew up Mennonite. She dressed secular outside of church. Waiting for Amish people to comment on what complete heathens you are. Look more like Womenites to me. We're just crazy Mennonites, living in an Amish paradise. Betting this is the one in Auburn? I hope they're as much fun as the Dyke family. Somewhat unrelated I guess, but this brings back an odd core memory I have from about 20 years ago as a kid being at a swings and things and witnessing group of Hasidic Jewish teens absolutely crushing it on DDR. I remember being in awe of their ridiculous skill and drip. What does "we're doing" mean in the sentence? I work at hotel as maintenance and we house Amish groups all year long. They're incredibly polite and always treat our staff with crazy respect. When I'm doing yard work they guys always come out and offer their help and the ladies will watch. I could be mowing the lawn, raking leaves, shoveling snow, clearing ice, they'll still offer their help. Lol, they can be pretty badass, flexed biceps. Just more proof that anyone from all walks of life loves a good Bass Pro Shop. Flip-flops in the winter? I keep reading the title over trying to make it make sense. If only Powerman 5000 were playing in the background. I live next to Mennonites. They are the greatest bunch of people you will ever meet. The women dress like this, but the men will wear traditional jeans and button-up typical shirts. They use cell phones, flip phones, and drive normal non-flashy cars. Women do all the housework, and raising kids, running errands, paying bills, etc. They don't use the internet or TV. Hard-working people who go out of their way to make you feel welcome and safe. Remember when you used to be able to have fun in public without being randomly filmed by strangers? The longer I live in the modern world, the more I think these people have got it right. Those quaint traditional clothes and then plastic flip-flops. Did you ask them before taking their picture? Reminds me of a funny joke, but it is best said out loud. Q. Why did the Amish girl get kicked out of her community? A2 Mennonite. I work at a thrift store chain based mainly in central PA. On days that we have sales, Mennonites come in a lot to shop here, and they usually buy a ton of stuff. Best part is how respectful they are when they are shopping. They're always so nice to the employees, and they never make a mess like other customers do. How do you satisfy an Amish woman? 2 Mennonite. Gifgify 12 Kfton 2 Knrug. Why take pics of strangers? My back hurts. This is creepy, leave people alone. Would it? Would it be hilarious? This must be in Auburn? Anywhere near Geneva? I did some training there when I started working for Verizon years ago, and it was definitely odd to see a Camry driving down the road, then a horse and buggy right after. Lol. Also odd how one sect of them said cell phones were not allowed at all, but a different one said they could, but only flip phones without internet. Religion can be so funky. Didn't think they would be flip-flop wearers. Due to where I live and what I do for work, I interact with the Amish Mennonite community quite often. They're a very misunderstood community. Mennonites are good people. Teresa whole community in Abbotsford, BC. Finger Lake Small is my guess. They live nearby and there's a base there. It is just a distraction while they scam the coin pusher nearby. You know, the little machine full of quarters and bills and stuff. It has a ledge that pennies, nickels, dimes, whatever will fall on. If you keep the movable coin slot in a single position, coins will stack up on that ledge. With enough of them they'll eventually make it to the play field, allowing you to basically turn your pennies into quarters. I used to repair arcade machines and the like, and local Mennonites at one location taught me this trick when I was brand new. I worked in a tourist trap restaurant and occasionally we'd get a big busload of Mennonites in. The one thing I always noticed was they'd clean their plates like nobody else I'd ever seen. I never saw them actually lick the plates, but they looked as if they had by the end. Where I'm from, a few Mennonite families own everything in the area from churches to car dealerships. They're nicknamed the Mennonite Mafia and they embrace it. They're just like everyone else except a few rules. Husbands can decide if wives can wear pants or skirts is the main one I remember, because the owner of the dealer I worked for was allowed to wear pants but her sister was not allowed, and these are high-up people who still abide to those rules. I've met a few Mennonite families where I work. Every single one that I've interacted with has been polite and kind. There's a family bond that I wish I had with my own family. The ones I've known also all have modern tech like cell phones and internet. Fuck, can they run? Would have been perfect if it had been a Dick's Sporting Goods. Looks like a good time. Just saw an Amish family at the Shed Aquarium and I had so many questions. Love the drip, flip-flops and prairie dresses. They're frequently at Cabela's in MN doing the same thing. I'm not sure how long they travel to get there, but there they are, almost every time I've been there. This title is giving me a headache. Cool. Hope they had a blast. Showing a bit too much ankle and leg there. Swoon. Really interesting to see a large group of them at an amusement park. They frequently attend Holiday World in Indiana, are very polite. So what's the weather like up there, in January, in upstate NY? Because every single one of those girls is wearing flip-flops. Which to my mind is wholly inappropriate for winter weather. Do they not have proper shoes? What's their rules and customs? I know nothing about them. Saw a Mennonite woman snowboarding last weekend. Really good, and didn't look out if she was the only one wearing a long skirt. They're all wearing flip-flops in upstate New York in January. Why? And here I was expecting for this to be a Letterkenny sub. All of her little piggies are going to market. Fuck, can they run? Gotta be the Auburn shop. Fuck, can they run? As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain. Lamau, as someone who's grown up Mennonite, it's funny watching people get the different levels from Amish, conservative, to regular modern Mennonite confused.